Okay, I have gone and done a little bit extra cleanup, just softening the geometry a little bit. I use some of the relax tool to kind of help relax some of the distances. I pushed down this vertex to give me a tighter corner there. I have a little bit pinching going on, and I may have to smooth some more here. But for now that it is, I might need to add an extra edge here. It seems like I'm gonna need it. Um, we're gonna test in a minute to see how the eyelet seems that it needs a little bit extra. Um, and and we're gonna try to add a couple of edge loops here to to help with it, to help with the eyelid itself. Actually, I have added this one already, just to just by testing. I added that one now, and I'm gonna add a couple more. So I'm gonna get insert edge loop here, one closer, and then I'm gonna do out another one there. So right now, so far, I have added from the last step. I have added 3 extra edge loops around the eyelid. So let me create a layer to put this eyelid or this eye on just temporarily. That way I can turn it on and off anytime I need. So I'm going to just turn it off for now. And I'm going to grab the vertices that I want to, let me just get this one out a little bit more, just to sharpen that eyelid a bit more. The edge of the eyelid. And now I'm going to grab the outer vertices, that one, that one, that one, that one, and that one, and then the inner ones too, kind of like where the edge of the eyelid will be. I'm gonna grab the rotation tool, and right now they are giving me that. Let me actually, you know what? I'm gonna add these ones too, see if I can get the effect the way I want it. So I'm gonna grab those, and I'm going to turn on the eye for a moment. I'm gonna go to the side view, and I'm going to change the pivot point by pressing D. That way I'm gonna change the pivot point of that eyelid, not the rotation. I'm gonna do that. Move it down. I'm gonna try to kind of put it towards the center of the eyeball, like that. Turn D again. I'm gonna use this to bring those down. Let me see. I think I didn't need to select the corner there. Let me do that. Let me unselect those. Unselect these two. I'm gonna do it one more time. I may have to unselect these ones too. I will fix those manually later on. And then I'm gonna do the same thing again. Go to the side view and have D, or press D later, and then move it to the center of the ball. Turn on the eyeball, so that way I can have a pivot for that rotation. So let me go to perspective view. I'm gonna grab it and press D again so I get out of pivot point, and then I start bringing it down, and that becomes a little bit better. I'm not going to go all the way down, of course, because the eyelid actually is gonna go at the most probably here, but I'm gonna do it kind of little steps so I can fix some of it. For example, those would work better, and I'm going to probably keep them up a little bit more, like more in the resting position. But the important thing is I know that if I need them to blink all the way down, they could do it. The only thing is, of course, these guys will need to do a little bit of that extra motion, the halfway ones. So I'm gonna undo the rotation for a moment, one more time. I'm gonna turn on my self-selection. I'm gonna shrink it down, holding the B, so that I can just do a little bit of transition there, and that way I can help the eyelid to go down with all of the other parts of the eyeball, of the eyelid. So that makes it a little bit better. And I'm going to do the same with the bottom ones, because the bottom ones are not right yet completely done. So let me see if I can do this ones here softly. Let's see if I can get, actually not that, those here. And then same thing, grab the rotation tool, go to the side view, press D, turn on the eyeball, and put the pivot point in the center of the eyeball. Of course, it makes sense to be in the center of the eyeball because it's pivoting around that ball. So I'm going to go back in, and then I can bring them up. I still have the sub selection turned on. I can see that this one will go up. Yes, it'll do the range that I need to do. I probably don't need to go that far because the lower eyelid won't do that much. But I'll bring it up to a point that I can start looking at my drawing, and I start shaping that eyelids, those eyelids a little bit better. So there it is. And now I can go and do a little bit of sculpting of it, so that I can see that, for example, these vertices, I'm going to turn on the, I have sub selection turned on. I'm going to move it up a little bit. I'm going to grab this one up, and then right now pure matter of sculpting. This corner seems to be too far out, so actually let me grab those guys and verify that I'm clicking on the right things. Yeah, they are a little too far out. You know, you keep checking and checking so to make sure things don't move out of the way. This one for some reason moved out of the way. Undo. Let me just move and increase my area so I can fix that without affecting the whole eyelid too much. That's a little bit better. Let me see how that looks in perspective. Oh, that got pushed in, so I'm gonna push, actually don't do that. Turn sub selection and push it out again, so that, oops, so that can be fixed. And of course, by doing that, I need to go to the front view again, select, reduce my sub selection area, and then go closer on it, and grab some of these edges and manually bring them up. This one's go down. You turn out this off selection for a moment so I can sharpen this corner here. The one goes up there, not that much, just a little bit. And on this side it's a little bit better, looks like it. It went in again, so I'm going to make sure that we correct that. Alright, let's see if I can do sub selection, push it forward. I don't want it I don't want to do it too much. Just grab it. Maybe also that the eyeball could be moved a little bit out. I'll push out this way, increase my area of influence, push it forward a little bit, and I'm going to try to soften this so that they match the eyeball a little bit better. Right now they're kind of like too far out. Same in this one here. This one actually, I think I can move it more this direction and then push them in a tiny bit more. So I need to double check if they are matching here. They're not actually, they are too low, so I'm going to just move them in that way. I'll comply with the design and with the need of the eye. Okay, so there it is. Just bring that out again one more time. Keep some of it in check. Sometimes doing the sub selection, sometimes not. And she needs a little bit of improvement there. This one is a little too far in, I think. I'm gonna grab some of these guys, do sub selection, push it out, grab this guy a little bit, undo that, just push it up a little bit. So as you see, of course, a lot of this work is pure intuitive and a matter of trying to keep your model clean. Right now I have a lot of like a little gap there, or not a gap, but a little space that I want to correct. Still want to keep the corner, only that don't want it to be too drastic. And this one is bulging a little too much. All right, so she's becoming better every time. Of course, she feels like an old lady still and has swollen eyes, and I need to soften a little bit of it. Let me just increment and save just in case my computer decides to crash. And I'm gonna do a little bit of a relaxing. I don't use smooth that much, it's relaxing. Sometimes smooth a little bit, but relaxing just to help the geometry find more proper distances. So that helps with bulging things and with shapes that it tends to flatten them, but at the same time it helps me because then I grab them again, do a little sub selection, move out and soften it a bit more. On this one I actually can bring it up enough, bring it up there, and bring that one up there. Now it's kind of getting a little out of the shape, and that's because the inner ones are too far in. So I'm gonna have to bring those out a little bit. Go to the next one, not there, but this one, and push it outwards a little bit, so that you want to have both kind of semi-close together, so they don't bulge the way they are doing it right now. That's a little bit better. I want to have this constant. This, you see this line going around the eye. I want to have it kind of consistent, so that it's not only on one side, but the bottom, the top ones too. So I'm gonna bring those guys down and out a little bit, so that I have enough information. Let me hide the eyeball for a moment. It's better there. Grab this one out a tiny bit, this one down a tiny bit, so that you have a nice shape. Let me just go back to my drawing, make sure that it's matching better with my drawing. There's some little inconsistencies with it still. Just bring it down a tiny bit more, bring this one up a tiny bit there, up and down until you start getting the shape the way you want it. Alright, so I'll continue doing some smoothing, some cleanup. Next we are gonna have to work on that eyebrow. We need to work, of course, nose, and we need to solve that jaw. But she's getting a little bit better every time.